Comparing ourselves to others is a really negative thing. It impacts on our mental health, our sense of well-being, our connection to other people, and it's a learned habitual behaviour that can be unlearned and is mainly focused on things we can't control. So let's look at some ways to stop comparing ourselves to other people. So, comparing ourselves to others, it's a negative behaviour, thought process and habit that isn't serving us at all. So there's 3 or 4 ways I'd like to quickly break this down and give you some accessible tools to improve the way we think about others and think about ourselves. So I love the quote from Teddy Roosevelt, who says, "Comparison is the thief of joy." And that really nails it down to its key issue. It's that a lot of thoughts about others, if they're negative, create negative feelings, negative emotions, self-reflective thoughts that are full of doubt and comparison and envy and bitterness. Whereas if we think about others in a positive way, you want best for others, you want kindness and compassion and success for others, which is linked to the Buddhist mindfulness style of loving kindness, then you're outwardly projecting positive thoughts, positive feelings, and your experience is actually better as a result of that. So that's your sort of starting point here. And then the way it links to Stoicism would be, it's completely out of the dichotomy of control. The actions and behaviours of others out of our control, don't worry about it, don't focus on it, it's beyond us. All that's in our control is our responsive thoughts, our effort and our actions. So if you can take your energy and thoughts out of the actions of others if they're negative and focus on what you can control, your effort, your life, your connections, then you'll be much happier as a result of that. So the next place I'd go with this is look at what Sam Harris says about comparison. He says that comparing yourself to others, whether it's thinking you're better than others, thinking you're worse than others, or any sort of judgmental thought based on other people, is coming out of a solidified sense of self. And on this channel we haven't gone into it too much in detail, but we will in the future, about non-duality and the illusion of the self. But really, unidentified thoughts, which we presume to be self-based thinking, is usually just comparing yourself to others, doubting yourself, basically having a conversation with yourself continuously. And if we can break that identification with thought on a self-based level, we will just be more connected to our experience and connected to other people. We won't be judging, we won't be comparing, we won't be over-analysing me, I, in relation to they, them. We'll just be engaging in life in a more kind and compassionate way and not centering the world around us and our beliefs and our opinions. We'll just be more engaged in life. And then the third way I'd look into this is twofold, really. It's that, I love this quote from Jordan Peterson, don't compare yourself to somebody else today, compare yourself to yourself from yesterday. You're the only barometer or the measuring point of comparison. You can compare yourself to somebody else today, but they're living a different life, different values, different experiences. They're playing a completely different game to what you're playing. But yourself yesterday, that's a good benchmark. Okay, so you didn't get up early enough, you didn't go to the gym, you didn't speak to your friend on the phone or your mum or your dad on the phone or whoever. You can then gauge that, and then the next day you can start to implement your actions based on your actions from yesterday and see the progress, see the incremental improvements of your own behaviour and your own attitude to life based on an actual comparison which can be relatable. So don't compare yourself to yourself. Realise that thoughts of comparison are often based around this sense of self. Realise it's out of the dichotomy of control and it's creating unnecessary comparison and negativity as a result. And then the final way I'd look at trying to not compare yourself to other people is that it drains your energy. Overcritical thinking, analysing, processing increases cortisol, increases stress, downgrades dopamine and serotonin, because you're in this judgment, fight and flight, stress, anxious state all the time. And it's not a relaxing, peaceful way to be. If you're happy with what other people are doing and content with that, then it's relaxing. Whereas if you're always trying to one-upmanship people or do better than people, compared to doing better than yourself yesterday, you're fighting a battle that you can't win because you're never going to be somebody else. You're never going to, you know, it's a losing battle, and it's really affecting the neurochemistry, your psychology, and your overall well-being. So yeah, I really hope that these 4 things can really begin to improve your life. Realize that comparison is the thief of joy. It's draining your negativity, and if you can focus on your own life, focus on the lives of others, positive thinking towards other people, as a result, the way you go through the world will be much brighter, much clearer, more connected, and you'll have a much richer experience of your day-to-day life. So I hope that's helped today. If you enjoyed it, it'd be great if you could subscribe, pass it around to a friend. Hope it helps. Hope it helps someone you know, and I hope you can just be on your own team and not be fighting a losing battle against unknown people. Okay, until next time, take care, my friends.